Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tara and my YouTube channel name is The Planting Bug. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about why I have been MIA on my YouTube channel. It is for a personal reason, but I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys so you kind of knew what I was going through and the reason for me being gone for so long. But my dad passed away in June, and it's been a while now, but I'm still really struggling and kind of finding it hard to be passionate about doing videos on YouTube like I was before. I know it's nothing I'm really ever going to get over. I'm trying to kind of learn the new normal without him in my life, and I just have not found like the desire to talk about plants or anything like that. But plants are something that make me really happy, and I need to focus on doing things that make me happy. I know my father would want that. So I wanted to get on, explain that to you guys really quickly, and do a really quick video because I have had people asking where I am. I've had people asking me to do certain updates on certain plants. So that is the one I'm gonna focus on today. So in the past, I did a video on my Philodendron Birkin, which is one of my all-time favorite plants. And I was experimenting on how to propagate it because it is a little bit more difficult to propagate than your monstera or other plants that are so easy to propagate. So I did an experiment on it, and it's been months now, and I've been watching the new growth on the new plants that I've propagated, and there's been some really odd things happening with this plant. So I wanted to show you guys just because I had a lot of people say they wanted to see updates because they were nervous to do it to theirs. So I don't want to say bad things are happening, but weird things are happening to the plant. So let me turn you guys around, pull the plant out, and I will show you. Okay, so here are the three plants. Of course, this is the mother plant that I propagated on, and I will have the video linked up above, but I'll also have it down in my description box below so you can watch all the videos I have done on this beautiful plant. It's one of my favorites. But again, this is the mother plant, and as you can see, she's doing really well. She looks good. I didn't kill her. And then these are the two propagations that I cut off of her, and I have had new growth on them. So let's go ahead and talk about these new ones. So here is the first one. As you can see, it looks great. It's got new growth happening down here. I have noticed, and if you look here, that's the new growth that has come out recently. I have noticed that the new growth takes a little longer to come out than it used to. And I'm sure the plant has been in a little bit of shock and is just recovering. But as you can see, it looks great. So I'm really happy with that. And then here is the second one. I do need to water this plant. As you can see, it's kind of curled up right here. It's telling me that it's thirsty. But again, I love my Philodendron Birkin. This plant is just gorgeous. I love all the white variegation that it has on here. There's a lot of Philodendron Birkins that I see that don't have hardly any variegation on it, and I'm just so lucky that mine is just so striking. So again, here's the second propagation that I got off that mother plant, and it is doing great. You can see it had new growth. This is the most recent leaf on it. So now let's move over to this mother plant and let me kind of show you all the weird things that are happening with it. So as you can see, the middle part was where I propagated from. So, you know, all of the great, beautiful growth, all of this would have been in the center of this plant right here, if that makes sense. But the existing leaves that have been on the plant still are just gorgeous. They haven't died. The variegation on them is just still stunning. But the weird stuff that's happening, and I'm sure it's just because it was in shock, is I'll show you this first one. Look how just tiny, and there's hardly any variegation on that. So, I mean, I'm not thrilled with that, but at least it's getting growth. But the even weirder thing that is happening, let me show you. Most of my new growth that I'm getting, what happens is in the new growth that will come out, a whole nother leaf and stem will grow in there. Okay, so let me try to explain this a little bit better. So what is happening is a new leaf, I'm going to turn it to kind of show you better. So a new leaf will grow, and I have noticed that they're not quite as big as the original growth. And then what will happen is a new whole stem will grow inside this stem. It's the strangest thing. And I've got an example to show you. So let me turn this around. So this leaf right here is one of the newer growths. It looks gorgeous, doing great. But then if you look down into the stem, do you see that growing right there? That is a whole another leaf trying to grow, and it's trying to grow inside the stem. So what I've been having to do, let me go get my stand just a sec. Okay, so I've got my camera on a stand. So I just kind of want to show you this. It's so interesting and just weird. But if you look right here, this new stem is growing inside this stem and growing all the way up through this other leaf. So what I have to do is I have to peel back the existing stem of the new growth. I just kind of have to peel it back along the way. The same on this side. And then I have to just help release this leaf up out so it can open up and grow. It's the strangest thing. So if you can see here, this leaf is gorgeous. It's a whole new growth, but it has been growing inside this stem, which never happened before. So it's just bizarre, and it's happened on every single new growth that I've had. If you want to take a look, like if you look there, it's all opened up in the middle. Same with here. You can see this new growth is coming out of here. The same thing will happen when this gets bigger. A new growth will come out of it. So it's just so bizarre. So I don't know. So it is weird. I do feel a little bad because I'm not sure if I made a mistake with how I propagated it. But I hate to like throw a propagation video out there and be like, this is exactly the correct way to do it, and not come back to you guys and let you know that something kind of funky has happened because of the way I propagated. I always state on my channel that I am learning along the way, and I'm bringing the good, the bad, the ugly to you guys. And I don't really think this is ugly. It's just a little bit funky and weird, and maybe it will stop doing it eventually and grow the way it used to. But anyway, yeah, so it's just quite interesting if you take a look at that new growth, which is right here. It'll open up and be gorgeous, but then a new growth will come right up out of that stem. And it just continues to happen over and over again, which, you know, may result in kind of a weird looking plant, but I don't care. I am really hopeful for these propagations that they're just gonna grow into gorgeous plants that won't have that weird thing happening to it like those. I haven't noticed that happening on the new growth that's happening. It just grows the way it used to. Anyway, so that is my update on my propagation of my Philodendron Birkin. I hope that this was helpful to you. I know some people have asked me, like, give us an update. We want to know how the propagation went. So that is the first video that I'm bringing back to you guys after I have been on quite a few months of not doing YouTube videos. I'm hoping that I can start doing them more on a regular basis. I also have a full-time job that has a lot of overtime, so it kind of has taken over my life, and then just dealing with my dad's passing has been really hard on me. So I'm just kind of trying to come out at the other end of all of that, and just learn how to mourn my dad and move on with my life. But you know, plants are one thing that really always did bring me happiness, and so I'm hoping that by me doing YouTube videos, that can kind of bring a little bit of spark and happiness back into my life, which is good and it's needed. So anyway, thank you so much for being patient with me through this trying time. Let me know if you have any questions about the Philodendron Birkin. Remember, I will have all of the videos linked down below in how to care for the Philodendron Birkin. I'll show you how I propagated it and just the progress along the way, because I think I've got maybe 4 or 5 videos total of the Philodendron Birkin. It's one of my favorites. They're just gorgeous and really easy to take care of. So I really hope that this mother plant comes out on the right end and just starts growing healthy and not weird anymore, but at least it's growing, at least it's producing new growth. If any of you have any answers for me out there, let me know. I'm sure that maybe I propagated it too soon. I'm not quite sure. Do I regret doing it? No, I don't. I mean, I'm learning how to take care of plants along the way. I did a lot of research and tried to learn how to propagate and watched a lot of videos out there, and they're kind of hard to come by. So I'm hoping that this maybe helps you guys decide if you're going to propagate yours or not. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to give me a thumbs up, share my video, leave a comment down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your